Today class for show and tell, I brought bovine bone for using to scrape your mental, emotional, and catheric fields. And I'm going to show you how to use those. These are just bovine bones, rib bones. And then I'm going to pick one out here. This guy looks good. I'm feeling intuition with him. Now, if you have Reiki, you can totally do this. So, we're using bones and feathers and natural things that are from an animal, from my perception, that has experienced life, that has experienced fear, exuberance, exhilaration, running from a predator, becoming a predator, being a predator, pouncing on things, all those things, right? Even just a sunny day of just contentment chewing on grass. That's what's in these. That's what's in the DNA. And we're going to activate the DNA by pushing energy through it. So, if you have Reiki, or you can do the dragon's breath, and you're going to push it through the bone, or push it through your feather. If you have feathers or wings, you could use. And what we're going to do is we're going to push the energy through this thing that's actually alive right now, right? It's alive in a different way. It's alive in a different consciousness. I mean, if we consider life as something that can move around, the atoms in this thing is moving. It's alive. So, we're going to push the energy through this thing, right? And we can just use the dragon's breath. And your consciousness will create reality, all right? So, I want you to visualize it, just pushing light through the bone, through the feather, through whatever it is you're using that is a natural substance. You can do it with a natural substance, glass. Well, you can't do it. You could probably do it with plastic, but why use something weaker? You know what I mean? Why have a TV dinner when you can have a delicious home-cooked dinner made with love, right? Both will fill you, but one's better, obviously. So, natural is better as far as tools go generally. But there's no rules, really. It depends on your dominant vibrational frequency and your ability to push, pull, or siphon energy. So, what we're doing is we're going to gather energy and then we're going to push it into the bovine rib, which to me feels like a machete, which is why I picked it for scraping people and scraping off their mucus and clouds of grossness all over their aura, which most people will have sadness at least. So it's a good thing to have. So if you can get something big like this, then cool. Or you could just use a big long feather if you want to. Try to use a peacock feather. Those are long. So we're going to push the energy by doing the dragon's breath. The dragon's breath is just squeezing your sphincter if you're a male, or squeezing your Kegel if you're a female, or squeezing whatever, those two things in whatever way you express yourself and want to be called, all right? And you're going to squeeze that thing while you breathe in from the groin to the navel to the sternum to the chest. So we're going to squeeze that muscle. Squeezing that muscle, breathe in, and then you're going to unclench that muscle, and then you're going to breathe out. Good. And then this time, when we breathe out, we're going to put our tongue on the roof of the mouth, right in front of your heart palate, right in front of your front teeth, called the heart palate. That'll lock in the frequency, so that way we're bringing in the energy of the air, and then we're locking it in so that we can circulate and harvest or bring in all the energy from the air and then trap it in us, right? Trap in this powerful life force, air. So, breathing in, squeeze. Tongue, release the muscle. Tongue on the roof of the mouth. And then hiss it out like a dragon. Good. So we're going to do that again. So taking a deep breath in, squeeze. Tongue on the roof of the mouth, and then you're going to hiss it. I can already feel it going through this thing. Good. So, now we have an etheric tool that we can use. Right? Push it through it. If you have a feather, you push it through it. And we're going to basically push the energy through this thing, or whatever tool you're using, a feather, a bone, and we're going to push the energy coming outwards this way, kind of like an axe. We're going to push it out, and then we're going to just will it to come this way. So that way there's a blade of energy right here, right? So I want you to put your hand here. You should be able to feel it. If you have Reiki, if you're attuned to Reiki, you can do this very easily. All you got to do is think chokure, 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 chokure. And it'll go through the tool, whether it's you can use selenite or a crystal. In fact, if you push chokure through it, which Reiki people understand what I'm saying, chokure, 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 already you should start to feel it come out the side. Or if you don't have Reiki, what you can do is you can do the light invocation. If you say this light invocation 3 times, a burst of energy will come out of your hand that's holding the tool, and it'll go through the actual tool. So we'll just say it 3 times, and after 3 times, a burst of energy is going to naturally come out of your palm chakra. So you repeat after me. I invoke the light. I invoke the light of the Christ within. Of the Christ within. I am a clear and perfect channel. I am a clear and perfect channel. Love and light is my guide. And that's 1. We'll do 2 more times. I invoke the light of the Christ within. I am a clear and perfect channel. Love and light is my guide. That's 2. 1 more time. I invoke the light of the Christ within. I am a clear and perfect channel. Love and light is my guide. And then with your hand here, you should be able to feel a density coming out. You should feel a little bit thicker coming out of this edge here. Right? And then we take the edge, and then we just go about 1 inch above your body and scoop it out. Scrape it off. And then you're going to blow off that stagnant energy but it has to be forceful, like a sneeze. Okay? In fact, if you collected a lot of trauma and hurt and pain and all these things, if it's a super windy day, if you just stand out there, it'll blow it off of you. Or if you can get under a waterfall, that will help. It'll dissipate it off of you. But since we don't have a waterfall right here, right now, because this is just a backdrop, we're going to use our tool to scrape our field. So dragon breath it. And really, if you can just visualize it going through the tool, lighting up as a white light, and then coming out to whatever point you want it to, you can just scrape yourself. You're going to blow it up. And then you can just say to the stuff that's blown off, the light. And we'll go, basically your guides will probably take care of it if you have a working relationship with them. Or you can blow it into some water or some sage smoke. Now, if you have any aches or pains, this is a very easy way to be able to start to take off aches and pains, physical aches and pains, off of your body. Because everything starts with energy first. It's energy vibrating in high frequency, becoming denser, lower frequency, becoming denser, lower frequency, becoming denser, lower frequency. Then it creates the physical matter. So energy, your spirit, whatever you want to call that wave, is the foundation for energy. It's the foundation for physical matter. So if we take it off the foundation and the beginning level of pain, then it will come off easily. Kind of like it's easier to take off trauma if it just happened. But if you've been holding on to it for 20 years and feeding it for 20 years, like, oh, I'm hurting, I'm hurting, I'm hurting, I'm hurting. And you just say that every day, or if you say, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, whatever it is every day, your body's going to be like, all right, I'm going to make a neural net for that for you, right? So it's careful. You got to be careful with your language patterns. So it's always, I'm healthy, I'm getting better, I'm getting more sexier. That's what I be saying. So, make sure that you have that. So we're going to find a spot using your feather or your tool of any kind. And like right now, my shoulder is kind of hurting, like right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to push it out this way. And then we're also going to push it out to the edge this way. And dragon's breath it out. You should be able to feel it. If you have Reiki, or if you have a vibration that's kind of high, or not high necessarily, but you know, we're going to scrape it off. Then the other side. Ooh, if you twitch, it means basically there was a block there, so that's what that was. And I'm gonna take it off my shoulder blade and on my neck actually too. Yes. And then you'll find that it's easier to like stretch or cricket the bone and that kind of stuff. The stiffness will start to come off a little bit, right? Yeah. So that's one of the things you can do with an energetic tool, whether it's a bovine bone or a selenite sword or a crystal or a feather, something that has been alive, something that has had the experience of a physical life. I generally like to promote a lot of tools first because if you just start with your hands, a lot of etheric energy is going to, a lot of crap as far as like healers, is going to get on your hands. And this energy can try to get into your bones, little spaces here, a bunch of little spaces. So in order to keep that off your field while you're trying to help somebody else with their energy field, use the tools. This way, it's cleaner, it's more focused until you can start to shape shift your own energy field into a very, very precise frequency. So that way, whatever you're taking off of your person that you're helping isn't just coming onto you. Good. Well, I yap a lot, but I hope that helped you out as far as energy healers go. And, you know, really we're just understanding the nature of physics and metaphysics and magic, right? Magic, it comes from the unseen attracting and repelling force. Magnet, it comes from. So, really all magic is just understanding the nature of reality more, and then all of a sudden it becomes not magic, it becomes, oh, that's just part of nature of reality. Yeah. Anyway, love each other.